Really good. Sweet. There's nobody here. The parks really haven't begun to get busy again after the COVID scare, and it appears that very few people are out here, which is nice for me. I like to enjoy the solitude and the quiet of these hikes. I did bring my camera today. Today really is going to be more photography. I'm heading out on a trail that has a lot of birds in particular. Of course, you can see anything on the way. Right now I've got to go through a wetland, which I never really like going through because the horseflies generally are always active in there. A lot of the animals have begun taking back a little bit of what is theirs, arguably, and making it their own. The deer, I've seen a couple deer already. I hear bobwhite. There's a deer. Not sure if you can see that, but God, they are gorgeous. He's looking at me. It's hard to believe deer in this country were slaughtered so much so that they weren't as common as they are today. The sky, as you can see behind me, is overcast, which makes this really nice. And that deer is something. He's just looking back at me. I'll probably step on a snake here looking at the deer. The deer he's out there. He's probably, oh, there he goes. You can see the white flash. Hate to disrupt him. He just wants to grab a bite to eat. Deer behind the tree. He's staying perfectly still. He'll probably spook, but he's beautiful. There's so many berries and things this time of year. He's not moving. He's moving his head. Hope you can see him in this. He's pretty cautious with me. He's not moved at all. There's a lot of blueberries and things on the ground at Wakiva, just like at Rock Springs Run. I'm surprised he hasn't left. That shrieking you hear in the background is a red-headed woodpecker. Not that. You can hear him knocking on a tree limb or something. You can see the blueberries. And the deer still hasn't moved. He may run. He's turned around. His antlers look like they're coming in. See if I can get a picture of this guy. So the sugar sand, like when I tell you it's a former beach, like it's like walking on a beach here. That tree line ahead should be interesting. I'm hoping maybe there's some wildlife near the tree line. This is where the trail will take us. Never know what you'll see. It's kind of like a box of chocolate. But that tree line is where a lot of the larger animals take refuge. And you never know what you'll see, especially a day like today. It's really overcast. Felt a few drops here and there, but this is how I'd like it. Largely because it's cool. I don't want to dehydrate, and especially being by myself, I'd let people know where I'd be, but a couple hours out here in the hot sun in a month or two would be pretty rough. Now what I see in front of me at the top of that bush is called a towhee. I'm going to try to get some pictures as I speak. Let's see if I can do this at the same time. Guess I got to turn the camera on to do that. The towhees are just beautiful birds. Boy, this is going to be an editing nightmare. They have a distinct breast. It's almost orange. Along this trail this morning are a number of prints, a lot of deer prints, a lot of deer prints actually, and I've also noticed some turkey prints. You can see how dark it's getting. The foliage is ferns, maple, magnolia trees. Oh, I heard something big in here. I hear something walking in front of me. Could be a bird, but it's moving. This is like something out of a story. Walking into the forest. It's beautiful in here. The temperature actually gets cooler. I'd say by 5 to 10 degrees during the summer. When you hit an area like this, you can see some of the old logs that have been cut either because they fell across the trail. I'm not sure why, but this is a great change. There's a lot of different trees in here, including, imagine there's oaks, a lot of sable palm, cabbage palm, guessing possibly hickory, some pine trees mixed in. Completely different look. It's very humid today, so I don't know what's around the corner here, but from my recollection, there's an opening through this area. Once you walk through it, and it opens up, and just this magic garden. And I'm hoping my memory serves me right. Last time I saw just so many birds, it was incredible. And I'm hoping this time I can take you to that place now. One of the things that is good for areas like this is fire. And there was a fire here probably within the last 6 months or so, but you can just see the green is coming back. The ferns are coming back. The Indian corn's coming back. And it's literally charcoal. It's burnt fuel. Somehow this place always comes back and will provide a renewed habitat for so much. Unfortunately, I think this is the area that I remember last time I was here that had all the bird life. I'm at the midway point, I think. It's pretty much as I remembered it, but the fire changed the whole landscape. And where there used to be a tremendous amount of low growth vegetation, it's all burned out. The deer are everywhere. They're just so plentiful. Birds are everywhere. Everything is green and lush. Be a nice time of year. I'll have to come back here again when it's a little more grown up. The area that I saw the birds in last time is pretty much burned out. There's not a lot of growth, so I think I saw a merlin last time I was here, which is always pretty cool. It's kind of like a miniature peregrine falcon, and it is a falcon. Anyway, it's water time and time to make my way back. I'm still not sure how I'm going to get back, but I'll find a trail that links up and heads in the general direction. If there's a valley in Florida, that's the valley we're walking down into, and a lot of dead wood, which is nice. The woodpeckers really love that type of habitat. So yeah, there's a pileated actually right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mentioned that. There's a pileated. I'll get a picture of him. Oh, where do you go, buddy? There he is. There he is. Ah, okay. There he is. Pileated woodpeckers are similar to the extinct ivory-billed woodpecker. At least they think it's extinct. There it is. It's flying. Oh, I hope I got that. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but there's a bobwhite calling behind me. And it sounds like there's a bobwhite calling in front of me. So generally you walk right up on these things and they fly. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case this time, but let's take a look. Maybe I'll get lucky and show you a bobwhite. They stay on the ground for the most part. Well, I'm pretty sure that was an epic fail. I chose a different path back to the van, and I'm pretty sure I've been on this one when it was covered with a lot more vegetation. You can see it's been burnt recently, and normally you walk through here and you know, I'm about 5'8", and everything's taller than I am. Once you get these burns, everything is far shorter. It burns it right down to the ground. The only thing that really is able to survive are the palmettos, the seeds, the root stocks, and of course the pine trees. They do take a beating, but most have evolved this way. They've evolved in a way that allows them to survive fire, which is very normal out here. It's about 10:15, 10:30, and it's beginning to get close to the mid-80s. Still quite a bit of cover, which kept it cooler today. Didn't see a whole lot of wildlife, saw a lot of tracks as usual. No bear tracks, but it was a good hike. It's nice to get out. It's nice to be in a quiet place. It's nice not to wear a mask, although I carried that with me too, just in case. You never know who you run into out here. The only footprints that I've seen, human, are my own. Going out, coming back in. It was a good trip. Hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe, like it if you can. Hopefully As the parks become a bit more normal when it comes to hours, I'll be able to get into parks a little earlier, and get out of them a little later, which increases the odds of wildlife. Anyway, see you soon.